Hey guys. Hello, hello, hello. I think I'm live. I think I'm live. Let me see. I'm going to try to keep track of the chat here. I can see Sheree Alexander is here. Hello. I can see that Vanessa Knight is here. Hello. Y'all, we're in my sewing room right now. And it's like a bomb went off in here. It is so messy. I've been sewing like a crazy person. Let me turn out this one light though. All right, y'all. Hello, hello. Hi, everyone coming in. I'm in the sewing room. It's not set up how I want it to be finally. I'm going to have to play around with this. Let me change this lighting. It's giving me quite the little glow. Let me see. Woohoo. Is that too bright? Is that too warm? Hi, Vanessa Jones. Enjoy your dinner. I was trying to eat dinner before I got on, but then I got sidetracked with something else, and now my husband he's upstairs eating dinner, and I'll grab something after. I'm probably going to be on for about an hour today. I have a couple giveaways to do. I got some sewing to finish up. I got to finish up my last two Project Dress a Girl dresses. So let's see. Hi, Noni Goya. Welcome. Hi, Brenda. Brenda S is in the house. I see C. Stelly So. Hey, email me. I'm pretty sure you won a giveaway yesterday in the live stream. Denise D, hello. Miss Felicia, happy National Sewing Month. I see Mountain Accents. Hello, welcome. Who else did I miss? I see Peaches C is in the house. Hello. Shirley Tucker, hi, happy National Sewing Month. Miss Debbie Epps is in the house. Almost missed you. Hello. GST Mist. Hello. Hello. Corinne. Hi. Okay, Estelle. Awesome. If you have trouble finding my email, I'm going to be putting it in this live chat again too, because we do have two giveaways. Hi, Thayray Designs. Hello. Hey, Annette Williams. Who's sewing tonight? Is anyone else in their sewing room tonight? I don't know how loud and weird it's going to be for my sewing machine to be running, so we're just going to test it out. I got to work on my light. I like a bright light over here, but it was like glowing, so I took it off. But normally when I'm working, I don't have any ceiling lights on that side. I got to get like the lighting redone over here and here. But yeah. And it's fine, I can see, but it makes me feel a little sleepy when the lights are low. All right, I see Pins and Needles. Hello, nice to see you. Pat, hey. You're sewing matching plaid. Ooh, you got to concentrate. You got to concentrate. Some gorgeous thrifted wool. That's awesome. You're in your room cutting. Hey, Anna Nana Garden. The best sewing machine while quilting. Well, hang on. I'm going to be reviewing 4 different sewing machines over the next several days. These are the 4 that someone's going to win, and they all have quilting capabilities. So hang on, and I'll make some recommendations. Hi, Pins and Needles. It's nice to see you. I don't feel like I've seen you here before. Welcome. Kathy Swope, hello. I'm knitting an easy project so I can watch more. Kathy, it's you say that because I wanted to ask you guys. I'm going to do that next. Gwendolyn Johnson. Okay, Kathy. Kathy brought this up. So I was wondering, Do you guys knit? I feel like going live streaming and chatting and knitting could be very good for me. I'm not sure how the sewing is going to work out, but I do feel like the sewing is going to be good. Can you guys hear me? Confirm in the chat that you can hear me. I tested it. I think you can. Yeah, because you answered my question. What am I talking about? Mountain accents. I finished. I got to learn how do I put the comment up on the screen? Is that going to do it? No. I got to figure out how to get comments up on the screen. Mountain Accents was saying, what did she say? I finished sewing my top for Sew Purple to End ALZ 22 today. I'm trying to upload my YouTube video, but my internet is slow tonight because of the winds from Ian, even though I'm in North Carolina. Ooh, be safe. I got to check on my mom and sister. They're in North Carolina also. Wow. Be safe. I got to remember to upload my shirt. I got a lot of stuff to upload on Instagram. I don't go on Instagram that much. I don't really love Instagram that much. Yeah. But I got to get over there and upload pictures of the rest of my Sew Dress a Girl dresses as well as my purple top. I finally finished watching Michelle's video. Her YouTube channel, the lady who is put out this challenge for Sew Purple to End ALZ 22. Her YouTube channel is Michelle Sews Again here on YouTube. And I think she posted a video every single day the month of September. And she just notified us that her last two, she won't be able to get up because I think she's in Florida, or yeah, she had to leave her house. So we're praying for her, but ma'am, I have a lot of videos to catch up with on her. I knew her over on Instagram, but I hadn't seen her channel here until I decided to participate. So yeah, I gotta be on Instagram tomorrow. So you guys used to knit? Yeah, see, I think I'm gonna knit, or I mean, you could crochet. I think we're gonna do a little chat like that because then we can chit chat and I can follow the comments. I feel like one hobby is enough for me, so just sewing. That's fine. That's fine. I have way too many hobbies. But I don't knit in the summertime. I only knit when it gets cold outside. It's really weird. Like I try to knit when it's warm and it just feels so unnatural to me. I would get more done if I actually did knit during the summer. But I do like knitting projects, especially in the winter, watching movies and stuff like that. Hi, Sandra John. Did I miss anybody else? Friday Zoom. You cut projects when you go on Anne-Marie's. So that's good. Shirley Tucker. Hi. Thank you for letting me know the sound is okay. I think I said hi to Vanessa Jones already. Definitely to Vanessa Knight. Okay. Thanks, guys. All right, so we'll talk about that. I got to learn how to put the comments up on the screen. You knit and crochet. Yeah, I think that'll be fun. Hey, Yvonne, I'm glad you made it. Hi, Arlethea. Hi. Debbie Masia, hi. I hope some of you have started getting your packages that you guys won. All winning packages are out. So yeah, hopefully you guys will have them all soon. I'm going to show you guys what I'm working on. And then I'm going to test out sewing a little bit. I hope all of you have something that you're working on, that you're doing, cutting something out while I sew a little bit. And then I have a couple giveaways. Let me just make sure I remember where I am in this process. Yeah. All right, I think I can put that away. So I'm finishing up my last two Project Girl dresses. So I'm doing View B with the little wings, the little flutter sleeves, and a size 8. And I got all the last bits done, ready to go. And I have to do some ironing. Let me show you the fabric that I use. You got your patterns today, Debbie. Awesome. Oh, good. You got yours, Alethea. You just finished a dress. What dress did you make, Alethea? Hi, Alice Dolan. Hi. So here's fabric number 1. This is from Tulip Pink. Let me see. I feel like this light is like blinding us. So this is a Tulip Pink print from Curious and Curiouser. And then this one here is from Cave Facette, I'm pretty sure. I think so. So this is also, it has a pink background. And it has red and yellow and blue. So I have some gathering. First I have to do some binding. I have to do some binding on the sleeves. You got your package, Joanne. Awesome. Enjoy. Oh, you made a tent dress. Is that for you, or is it one of the Dresser Girl dresses? I know there was like a free tent dress pattern, Alethea. I wonder if that's what you made. Let me get on live chat. I think so, Alethea, too. I had 4 of these cut out, and then I decided, you know what? I'm just going to get these 2 done. I'll finish up those other 2, and I'll just be making dresses throughout the year whenever I feel like it. Because I got a little bit carried away. It kind of interfered. It put me behind on my own projects for my Sewcation. I'm like, girl, but I got so excited about sewing little girls' dresses. You're in the 1 a month club too, Joanne. Yeah, I think that's what is going to be my plan. Because I really should have just stopped with the 5 and then moved on. You got your patterns. Listen, you want a really nice bundle, Kat. I was looking at that as I was packaging it up. I'm like, these shorts are so cute. The pattern is overall pretty easy. You know, there's nothing really complicated about it. But it's just a different kind of construction, especially with like the flutter sleeve, the way you attach it. And you do have to, I mean, theoretically, I could just serge this edge and fold it under. But, you know, you got to cut a little bit of bias to cover the seams and stuff like that. I got a little bit carried away. And then I realized today, it's like, Sheree, actually, I think I ended up cutting 5 because I cut 1 more because I was just so excited about the fabric. And yeah, I was like, Sheree, you got your own clothes you're supposed to be making, and you need to mail these dresses to Mari. So, and you need to post them on Instagram. Like, there's so many other things that you're supposed to be doing. So I'm just right now covering up the little seam that goes under the armpit for this attached flutter sleeve. So since I'm using pink thread for both of them, I'm just kind of, you know, doing all the steps for each dress at the same time. So I got all my ironing done earlier, and then I had to take a break because I had to finish some stuff for this budget that I'm working on. And then I had to go to the post office after I had to get some orders packaged. And then I said, you know what? We will finish that tonight online. Who else is sewing something? Let us know in the chat what you're sewing. Yeah, it's not too loud, Kathy, but I wasn't sure how it would like echo. I like this sewing machine a lot. I do. Since I'm primarily an apparel sewer, I um I think Juki makes really good machines for apparel sewing. I mean, to be honest, I think every brand pretty much probably makes some level of machine that's a good machine. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of like how much you're going to spend and what features you want. That's what I feel like. And so I'm always looking for features that are focused on, the apparel part of it. I have a separate sewing machine that I use for quilt piecing and quilting. It's the Quilting by Elna, and it's at the other side of this wall out in my open basement space. And so even though this sewing machine comes with like the little table that you add on and all the quilting accessories, I never use it for that. I only use my dedicated, and that quilting machine I only use for patchworking and quilting. So, you know, I like my Juki. Now this is a higher end Juki, I don't know how the lower end ones are. Well, I do know now because I tested one out for you guys because that's one of the options for the giveaway. Um, but to that point, I had only ever sewn on like the really high end industrial ones that do like just a single straight stitch. And then I got this one. And it is technically a quilting, and you can do embroidery and all kinds of stuff, but I don't. Not on this. So yeah, let's see. You did two. Not only, you did two, which is awesome. Hey, Miss Debbie, which dress did you make? Bowl cozies. Ooh. Yeah, I really like my Juki. Hey, GT Junior Grows in Alaska. Hey, drive safely. Drive safely. Thank you for hopping in, my friend. I'm looking forward to hanging out with you this weekend. I'm assuming you're going to go live. Ooh, Joanne, your October project. Are you going to tell us what it is? Or are you going to save it and come up onto the live stream one day and share it with us? Hey, Evelyn Archie. Okay, we're going to do, I don't crochet. You guys don't laugh at me. I learned how to knit when my daughter was born. And it was so crazy for me because, I was on maternity leave, and I had a great time being home with her. But yeah, I wanted to like get out of the house on Saturdays to just do something. And I wasn't making clothes for myself at that point, and I hadn't started making clothes for her yet. And so I was like, you know what? I would love to knit. We got a beautiful, from my father-in-law, a beautiful, it was like an Italian merino wool hand knit little layette set for her with the little the bonnet, the booties, the sweater, the dress. It was so incredibly beautiful. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need to learn how to knit. And so I signed up for knitting classes while I was on maternity leave. And I just went on Saturdays. It was just like an hour. I was nursing, so I couldn't be away from her for too long. But it was so nice to just get out the house. I was like a super busybody like then. I was used to working like a lot, like working really hard a lot. And so then it was like, you have the babies, but especially when they're first born, they sleep so Remember, she'd be asleep for like 20 hours. She just would wake up to eat and then she would sleep. And I'm sitting here like, I need something to do. So I learned how to knit. Then I thought, oh, I'll learn how to crochet. I cannot crochet. I cannot crochet to save my life. The only thing I can do with crochet is make the little, like the little tassel thingy. But I can't, I've had so many people try to teach me. It's just something about it. And I heard from people, sometimes if you learn to knit first, then you struggle to crochet. And I'm like, that's totally been the issue with me. I cannot crochet. And so then when I lived in Texas, I went to a yarn store. Yes, the chain stitch. Look at GT Jr. Do you crochet, GT Jr.? We're going to have to get you up here in the chat to crochet with us, GT. But this woman in Texas, this yarn shop I used to buy from, she said, you know, it's so funny. Whenever we have people who learn to knit first and they struggle to crochet, they are very good at Tunisian crochet. Because the needles, the way you hold them is like you hold them like you do knitting needles. And so I can do Tunisian crochet. I took a class. I could do that. But I can't do regular crochet for some reason. And it's one of those things that used to bother me. I'm just like, why can't... So I kept trying and trying. I bought books. Everything is just a long chain. It's just, I think it's just like a defect in my brain. I can't do it. It's so ridiculous and weird. But knitting I can do. Tunisian crochet I can do. You can crochet. Okay, GT, bet. We're gonna do a knitting and crochet sip and chat. And we want you up here. We want you to... GT, I learned how to bring people up. Aren't you proud of me? I'm trying to master StreamYard. I like it a lot, so I think I'm going to go ahead and sign up for the $20 a month thing, which gives me some extra features. But I know how to bring people up now, which is kind of fun. It's always good to learn new stuff, to push yourself. I'm not like an anti-techie. Usually it's just like the effort to learn something new. It has to be like really creative or interesting to me, not just necessary. So this was something that was just necessary. So I put it off and I avoided it. And it's like most things, and you finally do it and you realize, I mean, you just needed to practice and push some buttons, but it wasn't that big a deal. Now, I still have to get my earpiece so I can hear the person talking. And my husband was like, you have this box of AirPods that you've had for like a year just sitting, like just use them. And I'm like, oh yeah, I do have AirPods. I forgot about that. I got them free when I got my desktop, but I have really small ears. You can't really see it. I have like really small ears, and so my ears, and sometimes I get a little bit of a headache when I put stuff in my ears because my ear is so small. Like the bud is really larger than the opening in my ear. And so I'm like a headphone, like an old school over the ear headphone wearer. I don't like earbuds. But I'm going to try those out on the weekend. Okay, let's catch up on the chat real quick. Let's see who else is in here. I feel like I'm missing people. Saw somebody say hi to someone. Corinne says that she's working on the collar for New Look 6561. Is that a button front blouse? What is that, Corinne? Hey, Johanna Holmes. Johanna or Johanna? My husband's German, so I always say yo when I see J's. Kabita, I think I messed up your name. McKennis. Hi, happy National Sewing Month. Thanks for joining us. Hey, my Renaissance grandma. I thought I saw someone say hi to you. Hi, welcome. You made Butterick 6202. Oh, nice. Did you put, I don't think you're on Instagram. Did you make sure that you let Mari know? Did you DM her to let her know so she can count your dresses? And Miss Debbie, I think, and anyone, if you're not on Instagram, I think if you DM Mari pictures or email her pictures, she'll get your dresses included. And she's doing a whole slideshow where she's going to show all the dresses. And there's definitely, I'm pretty sure I heard her say over 1,000 dresses at some point. There's a lot. Hi, Mary Kelts. You're the opposite from me, Joanne. You can crochet and not knit. Isn't that funny? It's like, what is that? So now I'm super curious. Linda Fancier. I've been knitting since my daughter was born 20 years ago, and I'm still a beginner knitter. I don't knit anything hard. Mainly because, mainly because I'm a really slow knitter. I'm an incredibly slow knitter. And, oh, okay, Johanna. Hi. My son's middle name is Johannes. So, yes, very nice. So anyway, yeah, I'm a really slow knitter. I usually only knit scarves, socks, blankets. And then part of my issue with knitting too is, I'm a creative. And so I always then want to make up my own patterns. And so I do make up my own patterns. I do make up my own designs. I have a couple books where it guides you through like how to like make things your own. And I designed a shawl that's actually really cool. The problem is that I kind of designed it on the fly, and I think I wrote it down somewhere, but I have no idea where that is. And so I actually pulled it out because I'm like, I want to recreate this. I'm going to sit and figure it out. But there was a time in my life when I was obsessed with Ravelry, and I just used to go on there and look at all the things, and I used to upload my projects there. Yeah, I love knitting. But I used to knit for my kids because the kids' projects are so much smaller, and so you could actually get them done. And I bought yarn for a sweater for me and a sweater for my husband, and it's just, those are daunting projects. And when you buy good yarn, they're very expensive projects. Good yarn is very expensive. You think fabric is expensive? Good gravy. You could spend $200 trying to make a sweater. So yeah, I buy it. Crocheting is much easier for me because I learned to crochet before I learned to knit. Yeah. Oh, you ordered some books. You're going to try. See? Oh, you ordered it by mistake? See, it was meant to be, Miss Debbie, if you ordered it by mistake. Yeah. Oh, a button front top. Very nice. I got to look that number up. Maybe I have that pattern. I don't know. Let's see what Anita said. I learned how to crochet starting with a chain. I just knew I was doing something. Yeah. And see, I feel like that chain was one of the first things I learned how to make because the baby hat that I knit, I had to crochet a chain. They had like a little thing sticking out of the top, and it was a crochet chain stitch. And that's all I could do. Mary Kel said, I used to knit until I had a bunch of lap blankets. How many does one home need? Now I knit dish rags. Have you ever tried socks, Mary Kelts? I want to try some socks for myself. I've made socks and booties for my kids, but I want to make some adult size ones. I've knit a lot of scarves, circle scarves, hats. Those like the wrist warmers. They're not wrist warmers. What are they called? The fingerless gloves that come up your arm. I like little projects like that. I love to knit a beret. I've knit some really cute beret style hats. But yeah, you know, I can get those done like in a couple days. And you only need like 1 or 2 skeins of thread. Oops. So I like those projects. But I have 2 blankets that I started for my kids when we still lived in Germany, and I never finished. So I feel like I should finish those. And then I do want to knit a little lap blanket for my son. And I already bought the thread. That's supposed to be the thread. I already bought the yarn. That's supposed to be my winter project, so we'll see. But then I feel like, gosh, I could make a whole quilt way faster than I could knit this blanket. But he's a blanket boy. Both my kids, they love blankets. So I figured that would be something nice to knit him for Christmas, and then he can take that back to college with him. So yeah. So my Sewcation, my whole week of Sewcation was like a total bust. I haven't had a single day where I was, so see, here's the formation of that sleeve. And then I just put the facing, I just put the bias trim on the inside to finish that edge under the armpit. Then I got to do the same thing for dress number 2. And then we're going to take a little break and do a quick giveaway. You purchased a Learn to Knit kit from Joann's. Oh, that's good. That's good. Yvonne says, I'm working on knit button-up shirt. McCall 7018. Ooh, a knit button-up shirt. Evelyn Archie is a crocheter. You know what it is? I really like the look of crocheted items. I like those old-fashioned Afghans with the granny squares, but like in a modern color palette. I like all those things. I like crocheted ponchos. Yeah, I could do a lot if I could crochet. But it's not in the cards for me. It's not in the cards for me. Yeah. I keep saying I'm going to learn to knit, but you know, it's interesting because there are some really good tutorials online. Some people are really good with teaching that. The key for me, like I tried to look at some books, but I realized I really needed to I needed to be face to face with someone so that they could correct me. Because especially when I was like dropping stitches and stuff like that, I needed someone face to face with that. But YouTube didn't exist back then, so you either had a book or you got someone to teach you. Yeah. And sometimes knitting stores, well, I don't know how it is now, but I do remember once I started buying yarn at the knit stores, there would be some that would have like sit-in knits, and they would have people in there just who would teach you, you know, without taking an official class, just how to cast on. Because I think that was my first project. I just had to cast on, and she just had me like keep knitting and knitting and knitting. And then she would like check my mistakes. Okay, you dropped a stitch. Here's how you correct it. Okay, you're not stitching consistently. And I just knit this like long thing. And I mean, it was crooked. It was a mess. But then I got the hang of it and could see like, okay, these are the mistakes I'm making with the basic knitting. And then it was easy for me. And so I have a, I think it's from Vogue magazine, or is it from Interweave? I have an encyclopedia of stitches, and I just, you know, I'll knit scarves, circle scarves, things like that. but then I'll change up the stitches. And so that's what I do to kind of make it unique. I'll combine different stitches or different rows of stitches so that, you know, it doesn't just look like a plain scarf, even though it is a plain scarf. But it makes me feel like I'm doing something different. And then I discovered knitting on large needles, and then that's when the fun really began. So I do a lot of like chunky knitting, either buying the chunky thread or like using 2 or 3 strands of yarn together. And it's totally cheating. It's just because I need that project to end, you know, within a reasonable amount of time. And so that's why I like the chunky yarns. So, okay. Yvonne said, let me go down. Mountain Accent says, I think you said your name was Cynthia. Am I right? The only thing I have knitted is a scarf, and it took me forever. I see, I haven't done the loom. And I bought a loom. I used my Michael's coupon not that long ago, and I bought another loom. My daughter had one, but she took it with her. And so I actually went and bought one. This is a little plastic one. I'm going to try that. That could be something that we could do. I've seen people whip up hats with those things, and I'm like, wow, I could actually do some charity knitting if I could figure that out. You knitted a poncho on the loom? What? Hey, Lady Cheryl. Gardening and Pearls with Lady Cheryl. Hello, welcome. Welcome. Oh, you've crocheted for a long time, Johanna. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, Lady Cheryl, you've been crocheting for a long time. Oh, Ava, cool. See, and I think the Tunisian crochet is like a beautiful fabric that is crocheted. I really like the look of it. I only made a scarf so far, but it is very pretty, I think. So I do like that. It looks very different than regular crochet. It's like, it looks like a hybrid between crochet and knit. And I like it. Yes, Cynthia. Okay, I remember correctly. Donate a lot of hats. Yeah, see, that's what I want to do here because that was one thing that really shook me to my core. Those first 2 winters when we moved here, and you know, I would drive my son to school. It will be like -10, -15 degrees, and you would see like there's like this almost this little like they're under the highway underpass, but it's like a little tent city with homeless people, children. And I'm like, how are they outside in this weather? And so I pulled a bunch this year. I pulled a bunch of fleece that I just have. I made some really cute fleece blankets for all of us last year. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to sew up the rest of this fleece. And I'm going to donate some blankets this year. And I was planning on doing some fleece hats with the leftovers. But if I could figure out how to knit on that loom like I've seen people do, some quick hats, I think that would be nice too. I think that would be a fun project. I used to coach my son's robotics team and in middle school, and it was a part of First Robotics. And so they always had to do also some kind of like giving back event. And so one year, that's what I did with them is they did like a personal hygiene drive where they went around and collected, you know, just different kind of body care items, body cleaning, shower gels, toothbrush, toothpaste, that kind of stuff. And then I taught them how to sew, the ones that didn't. and they sewed up like 50 fleece blankets. Some of them just did the little ones where you cut them and you tie them double layer. And then some of them just serged the edges. Some of them did them double faced. And it was so cute. And they won one of the big service awards through First Robotics that year for the project that they chose to do. They were so excited to get that trophy. But the fleece is great because it kind of repels the water and it does keep you really warm. All right, I'm going to get this sewn on. I got to concentrate here. That's why, too, I said finish with these 2 dresses because I'm trying to really take my time, make sure everything is constructed perfectly. And like, Sheree, you got to get your own dresses done. So I'm going to stop with 7. And I'm going to be looking forward already to sewing throughout the year and just keeping a little collection box ready to go. And then maybe next year I can send mine off at the beginning of the month instead of the end of the month. Yeah. All right, let me focus on this. I'm glad my sewing machine isn't coming up too loud. I was nervous about that. I wasn't sure how you would still be able to hear me talking. Corinne says, I think Simplicity just came out with a pattern that teaches you how to crochet. No, how cool is that? I have some vintage crochet and knit patterns, and some of these like vintage pattern lots that I would buy. I think they were just cleaning out Granny's attic or something, because it, I have some where it was also like crochet patterns and booklets and knitting patterns and booklets. But I can't do anything with the crochet ones. And a lot of the knitting ones, they're too difficult for me. Like they're, a lot of them, what is it called? Intarsia, where you're like changing the color of the thread and stuff. And so, yeah, I've never used any of them, but I love looking at them. That's for sure. Okay, let me get these top stitched down, and then we're going to do a giveaway real quick. So if you guys need to get a drink or finish up a step you're working on so you can get your fingers ready. And then I'm going to catch up on the chat. Let me focus on this so I can get my top stitching. Get my top stitching straight. This is like Sheree. Just serge the edge and turn it under. But I always feel like I have to make these as if I'm making it for my own kid, right? I don't want to rush it. I want them to be able to wash it and not have, any issues. Oh, see, hang on. Let me stop talking for a second. Gotta do some snipping. I took my little scissors upstairs because I was trimming threads while I was watching TV with hubby last night. And I forgot to bring them back down. Now, I should be ironing this. If I were teaching you, I would be at the ironing this down, but y'all know, once you get some sewing skills, you skip some steps. You skip some things sometimes. I got focused because I keep wanting to look at the chat. And I got to get this done. And then I'm going to look at the chat. I'm going to say hi because I see some new names in here. And we're going to do a giveaway. Can you guys hear my husband playing music in the background? Can you hear that? You can't hear? Okay, good. I don't want any copyright claims on my video because there's music in the background. Uh-oh. What you do, Sheree? What you do, girl? I don't know what that was. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I usually hum, sing. I usually listen to music. Sometimes I watch YouTube videos, but it depends on the mood I'm in. I really like to listen to music and sing when I sew, though. So I have to watch myself that I don't start singing and have y'all running off looking for earplugs. I did used to sing in a band, though. I was basically, I was kind of forced. It was not my choice to do so, but I did it anyway. We actually got paid a couple times too, which is still just, it's absolutely hysterical for me. But, all right. Yvonne, yeah, I like listening to Audible books too. I go through stages. Sometimes when I'm in the garden and when I'm doing cooking things, I don't know, somehow I like to have YouTube videos on. But when I'm sewing, I don't know. I don't like having YouTube videos on that much. It depends on what it is. Depends on what it is. But if it's something like I really want to like pay attention, obviously this is not a good video. For if it's very chatty and just kind of like some sewing here but a lot of chatty, then I like that. But I recently I was buying way more books than I was reading. And so I finally started using Audible, and I have to say I love it. Usually after I'm in the garden for a long time, especially on hot days, I like to take a quick shower and then a bath, a very long bath. And Audible is great for when I'm in the bathtub, and I really like that. And then there's some books that I got where I read it. I don't know. I wanted to listen to it again. And I've done that. Yeah, I really like Audible. I actually just downloaded a couple books for winter. I downloaded this one book called, oh my gosh. Is it called Death Cleaning? No. It's basically about like, when you get to that stage where your kids are gone from the house, and it's like now you have to go through, and it's basically encouraging you to already handle the things that you have, even things that you think they may want, so that, your kids aren't burdened with having to make decisions about those things. If you get sick or you're old or whatever. And my husband's parents actually did that about 10 years ago. And we were no longer. No, yeah, about 10 years ago. About 10 years ago. Because we were living in Michigan. And my husband, he plays music. My mother-in-law is a musician. And he had his old original, it's like an antique, big upright bass still in their basement. And so they did. They called. I think they went through a couple things, and they were like, so what about this bass? And he was like, I want it. So they shipped that thing from Germany for him, and he got it refurbished. And my son used to play in the orchestra, and so they could play together. And it's actually, you may have seen it in some of my pictures, upstairs in our living room right now. But I thought, wow, that's like, they didn't just get rid of it. They asked him if he wanted it, and he did. So he had it shipped over and had it refurbished, and yeah. Is it called Swedish Death Cleaning? Something like that. Just downloaded it. I think I bought the book, and then I was like, I'm going to download it, because it was, again, one of those books on my shelves that I haven't like read yet. I think I got like 10 or 12 free audio credits from Amazon. So I went in and selected a bunch of free books. All right, so I'm going to come back to the chat now. I'm going to catch up real quick, and then we're going to do a giveaway. We're going to do a giveaway. All right. All right, friends, let's see. Peaches said, do you sew for your husband? I used to. I mean, I've sewn him blankets and stuff like that. He always comes to me with mending, which I do not like mending things. But I used to sew for him when we were in graduate school, when we were engaged, and then early in our marriage. My husband loves, because back then we lived in the Boston area and then in upstate New York, and he loved flannel shirts. And so I used to make him flannel shirts, and I used to make him, they call them shackets now, but it was just like a plaid wool jacket, button front. And he actually still has a couple of them in his closet. Yeah, I used to. Okay, let me go on. Hey, S Mom's Lifestyle. Yes, Ava, it moves along fast. I like Tunisian crochet a lot. Bulky yarn is the way to go, Kathy. I'm telling you, it's so gratifying to get through those projects. Wanda Hobson, you're not late. I'm glad you joined us. I'm just on here. This is my Sewcation evening. I got hubby all set with dinner. He's in the down the basement, also on the other side of the basement. He's playing his bass and probably watching football. He usually does them both in the movie theater. And so he is just spending time doing his man things. Lady Cheryl said, I crochet on borders to the fleece blankets I make for my grand angels. Oh, that's sweet. Hi, Brenda Lindsay. I don't know if I said hi to you so far. Oh, Lady Cheryl. Oh, this was a while ago. Lady Cheryl, she's probably gone now, but enjoy your time with your sister. That is cool. What did Brenda do? I missed what Brenda did. I want to know what you did, Brenda. It is pretty quiet. Yeah. We do skip a lot. I was like, I do need to get up and iron the hem now. I don't skip that part. I have a wonky looking hem if I did that. Working on my sewing skills again after 30-year hiatus. Wow. You know, it's like riding a bike. It's going to come back to you, Johanna. It's going to come back to you. The Baby Lock Allegra. But I want new downhill skis. What's a girl gotta do? You know? Good downhill skis are very important, especially if you live in a cold climate. When I sew, I either watch YouTube videos or listen to music. Yeah, I go back and forth. Yes. Yes. Patricia's working on her dress for Dress It Girl. Fun. Fun. Awesome. I keep hearing that the public library is a good choice for some, is a good place to do the audiobooks now too. I have to check out my library. You know what's funny? We just got something in the mail asking for, I guess our library is doing like a fundraiser for the library. It's just like, are they not getting enough tax money? What's up with the library? But I have a ton of seeds that I want to go over. I heard that my local library has a seed bank, and so I want to donate. I want to donate some. All right, friends, we're going to do a quick giveaway, and then I'm going to have to get up and do some ironing. So we talked a little bit about, actually, let me see if I can show you guys already. I recorded a demo of using those feet that Books for Mia won last night's live. And look at how beautifully my corners match up using that 1/4 inch quilt piecing foot. I mean, I haven't even ironed it down yet. It's like perfection. And when I teach quilting, you know, when I used to teach it in my store for beginners, I would have them like draw that 1/4 inch line on their fabric with a pencil and like have that visual guide. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I could have had one of those feet on every sewing machine and they would have gotten them perfect every time. Because if you don't get that perfect, then your things don't, you know, you don't end up with a square. But I am so impressed with how well that 1/4 inch foot went. And I'm going to finish this quilt top using that. Now, I did find with that 32-piece set from my sewing machine, from my computerized sewing machine, because it has all its own feet. Some of the stitches that I wanted to do, let me see if I can turn this around. I have a lot of stitches that I can do on this machine since it is I don't think you can see it. No, but there's like over 100, well over 100. And then I can embroider all the letters and all that. And so it's set up though, it's like it senses the foot that's on there. But then there are a couple feet where I have to actually plug it in somewhere extra. And in that kit, that foot doesn't work like that. And so it wouldn't actually let me use that foot on here. I kept getting an error message because the machine thinks a foot isn't attached. But most of the, like for regular stitching and a lot of the decorative stitching, the feet worked great. So yeah, but I have my own bunch of feet specifically for this machine. But it's wonderful for those basic beginner machines that I'm testing out. Is this like the perfect accessory to really let you maximize your usage from those beginner sewing machines. So since I was patchwork quilting and testing that out, I'm going to give away, this is my last one of these. This is my last one of these, guys. And of course it's all red because y'all know that's my color. The color of love. That's my color. But this is a Kate the Set 5-inch charm pack. All in red. So if you just like red, hey, yay you. But I feel like also for the holidays coming up, you know, you could turn this into a table runner. You can turn it into a tote bag. You can turn it into a small quilt top, a little quilted pad for your table. Yeah, you get, I think it's 25 5-inch squares in here. All cotton, all mostly out of print, Kate the Set prints, okay? So, who likes Kate? Who in the house likes Kate? Let me know. Put a 1 in the chat if you like Kate. And I'm going to get my little, I'm going to get my little game up and running. Oh, I wonder if I could do that. I'm going to try something. It may not work. Give me a second. I'm going to see if I can actually. No, maybe I'll play around with that tomorrow. Because I'm like borderline tired. Well, we got a lot of cape lovers in the house. Oh my gosh. His colors. His sense of color and pattern and texture. You know, he also knits and does all the needlepoint and stuff like that. Pottery. He's a very creative, eclectic person. Like in another life, that's how I would want to live. Very bohemian. Like surrounded by all the things in living color. That would be great. Okay, so I think that I should be in the right live stream. So if you want to enter to win this little bundle, a 5-inch square cave for patchwork, type in the word charm, CHARM. The colors, the reds, the pinks, some really gorgeous prints in here. Really are. A couple of these I still have some yardage of, but most of these are out of print. Type in the word charm if you want to be. When I put these in my shop, I think they sold out like in a day. I think they don't do a lot of charm packs of his prints. Yeah, you can get 5-quarter bundles, but they don't cut a lot of these charm packs, and especially like a single colorway charm pack. So Pat put in their red hot charm. That's right, baby. All right, let's what did I do? Let's hit the button. Oh. First I gotta collect the comments. What am I doing? Okay. I see 26 entries. Remember when they were 6-inch? Yeah. They do the 5-inch now, charm packs, and I think they do the 10 by 10 layer cakes. I think or is that, yeah, that's the layer cake. I think Moda started with the layer cake, right? And then other people jumped on. Because Moda had all those like little cakey. I did a project for the Moda Bake Shop blog back in the day. It's actually some things I made for my daughter's birthday party. I made all the girls patchwork gift bags. Let me hit this button and so we can see who wins this. Shirley Tucker. Shirley Tucker, congratulations. Congratulations. It looks like I had 31 entries. You guys, make sure you're live. Make sure you hit that live button so that you're caught up. What time is it right now? When I'm talking right now, it is 8:05 Central Time. Make sure you're live for when I do the next giveaway. Okay? But congratulations, Shirley. You need to email me. Let me get back to the chatty chat. And I'm going to put my email in there. Voting is the best way to protect my email. going in. So Miss Shirley Tucker, you can email me your mailing address, name, zip code. Oh. GST Miss, were you guys hit bad by the hurricane? I'm so sorry. I saw some parts seem to be like, you know, they skirted it in some areas really. I struggle to watch the coverage. Well, I hope you're in a safe place and that there's no damage to your property and that nobody was harmed. Hopefully things will clear up quickly. Wow. That's heartbreaking to watch that. He was a knitter first. His color sense is just amazing. And then, you know, I think he got, yes. Oh, wow. They were at your museum. That's amazing. She was at Quilt Market with him. She and Brandon, 1 year. They're funny together. They're funny together. Hi, Anne-Marie. Welcome. Well, Anne-Marie, you are late. You just missed the chance to win this cave charm pack. But I got one more thing to give away. We're glad you're here. Tell us what you're working on. Are you working on the quilt today? All right, guys, I'm going to get up to iron. Actually, let me do this. Let me finish this neckline part. Let's finish this. It's going to be like this. I'm going to put the tie in. Yes. Okay. How many quilters do we have in the house? Do we have any avid quilters? Beginner quilters? Let us know. Let us know. If I can, one day I have to show you guys all the quilt tops that I have made but never quilted. It's embarrassing. Well, part of it was because in my store, I would just make quilt tops to showcase the new fabric collections. And then I would just make them to give people ideas, because a lot of people would come in and they would just want to buy like all the fabric in the same line. And I'm like, no, your quilt's going to be more interesting if you take a print from Amy Butler, put it with a print from Anna Maria Horner, use Tula Pink for the binding. You know, they're all with the same fabric company, so like their green is typically going to be the same green, etc. And so I would just do like easy patchwork things, and I just all around the walls, I just had these quilt tops hanging. And so, yeah, of course, I still have them all, and I need to sit and quilt them all because some of them are with such pretty fabrics that are long out of print. And yeah, I need to start doing that. Or maybe I should just box them all up and send them off to a quilter and just have them done. That's something that I should just do and just have them all done. That's one. I'm just doing the gathering stitch along the neckline so I can gather that up and put the binding on. And then I'm going to have to hem them. And then tomorrow morning I'll get the pictures, and then I'll get The remaining 5, I put 2 up on Instagram today. I'll put the remaining 5 pictures up tomorrow so they can be counted in with Mari's total, and then I will be putting them in a box and sending them off to the post office. Has everyone mailed their dresses off to Mari already? I'm going to do some quilting with you guys. I have something I'm working on, and I said, you know what? I'm going to film it. You sent yours off. I used to love to do that in Pennsylvania. Yeah, I think I'm gonna send them off. I mean, it's like 2 boxes. And some of them are really big. That's the thing. It's like some of them are really big. And I don't like to do just like a regular quilting pattern. I like to do free motion quilting, and that's very manageable with like up to like a lap size. But once they get big, it's like it takes forever. It takes forever. I don't quilt, but I think about it. Yeah, we're gonna do some patchwork. We're gonna do some stuff together. I'm making churn dash blocks. Ooh, nice. Very nice. Patricia. Ooh, Brenda, you mailed yours 2 weeks ago. Nitty T, hey. Hey. Mailing yours on Saturday. Yeah, I'm going to get my mail tomorrow because I'm going to try to sew all day Saturday. Yvette Wilson is a quilter in Philly. Hey. I'm an East Coast girl. I interned in Philly once at Temple University. I ate a lot of Philly cheesesteak subs that summer. I did. You finished the quilt, Anne Marie. Now you're on to reversible skirts. Is that for you or are those gifts? Let us know. Why are they hiding your message, Pat? There we go. Let us know who the skirts are for, Anne Marie. Yeah, Anna, exactly. That's what I really like about the patchwork projects. I do a lot of patchwork things, like I use them in my tote bags. I use them for applique, but like real patchwork quilts, I haven't pieced together a patchwork quilt in a long time because I have so many that I really need to quilt. All right, let's get this pulled together. My daughter and my daughter-in-law. Oh, nice. Are those going to be gifts that you're mailing off, or are they? Yeah, because they are not in Jamaica, right? Or are they? Vanessa's going to mail her dresses on. Oh, I mailed my dress on Tuesday. Oh, nice. Oh, so we'll see your dress, Vanessa. Hi, Vanessa. We'll see your dress when Mari does her unboxing on Sunday. Great Crow show this weekend in the Philadelphia Courthouse Quilters. Ooh. Very nice. All these the little patchwork zip pouches and things like that. I like to do patchwork seam binding. That's a great way to use up your scraps. It's just patch it all together and then cut it into bias, and have that as your seam binding. It's very pretty. All right. Now let me see. Yep. Gotta make sure I'm using the right fabric. for these little jelly beans. All right. I'm a member of Quilt Shop Co-op in Minneapolis, the only fabric co-op in the U.S. that we know of. One of the members is absolutely studying longer. Ooh, Kathy, I'm gonna email you because I do feel like I need to just get these. I need to get these quilted. I really do. I did the same thing with knitting. I go through a phase and I'm like, you can't start another project until you finish up your UFO box. So that's how I've been on like patchwork quilt making punishment. And it's torturous because I really do want to. I'm supposed to make a quilt for both my kids. And I got to get those done. So then I said, oh, I will pull one and, you know. Ooh, I wasn't supposed to do that. Hang on, guys. Hang on. Oh, I made an extra one. Hang on. I forgot. This is open on the end. Let me mark the middle. I'm gonna mark the middle point. I've never heard of a quilt fabric co-op, Kathy. That's interesting. All right. You have to let the creativity flow. I know. Keeps me out of trouble. People like, Sheree, always so busy. It's like, listen, you don't want me to not be busy. I be getting all kinds of trouble. Oh my goodness. There's always something I want to do or try though. Now, I'm not as bad as I used to be. Like, people say, oh, when you sleep, I sleep really good every night for 7 to 8 hours. Like, already when I was in my 40s, but certainly now that I'm in my 50s officially, over 50, my circadian rhythm, like when we went to Germany this June, I had so much trouble getting over my jet lag. Like it wasn't even funny. I struggled to get over my jet lag so badly. And so, actually I'm gonna do this. I can't mess up my sleep pattern like that. It's like if I try to stay up super late or God forbid think I'm gonna pull a all-nighter, I need like a week to recover. I mean, it's so bad. It's so bad. So no, I actually sleep really good. I usually sleep like a baby. Especially when it's in the summer and those gardening days and then my long hot bath with my herbal salts. Ooh, I sleep so good. But then I feel great during the day and I have a lot of energy. But now is the time where I do notice, like, as our days get shorter, I start to get tired earlier. And so I just, I listen to my body. When I was younger, like in my 20s, I really only needed 5 to 6 hours of sleep. Now I need 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night. So, yeah. Oh, I know what I should do. I'm going to change the way they did that. They have you just adding this on, but I'm just realizing, nope. So that it looks neater, I'm going to insert that in the seam. I'm going to do that. That's going to look better. You're supposed to be using a ribbon to make the ties on here, and they just have you attaching it. But I just realized I'm doing my little ties with the same fabric. So I just cut out an extra piece of the bias, and I'm going to make these into the little tie straps. But I'm going to insert this. If I had thought about it, I just would have made it longer. I wasn't even thinking. That's what I should have done. Okay, when I do this again, that's what I'm going to do. I'll make it longer so that it extends over and just ties. Oh, I didn't think about that. At first, I was going to do the ribbon, but I said, you know what? I'm going to just do fabric ties. So I'm just going to do that. Plan on making little girls' dresses throughout the year. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing, Vanessa, because I would like to ship mine off the beginning of September. So last year, August was a terrible month for my Sewcation. Now I'm really realizing September probably is too. And so next year, I'm going to do it probably in October. But I think I'm also going to do another 3 days the second week in October to make up for the time that I lost working on this grant now all of a sudden, because yeah, I want my time back. I gotta get my projects done. So yeah. So we're gonna modify this and have that sewn in instead of just attached. That's what we're gonna do. Oh yeah, that looks better. That's gonna look better. But next time, that's what I'm gonna do. I think I might sew those two. Florian? I think something about. I'll be hearing stuff in here. All right. Oh yeah. See, that's yeah. See, this is my first year, and it dawned on me that, like, yeah, unless you really can dedicate all your sewing, because I mean, I probably should have limited myself. But once I pulled all that fabric, it's like I wanted to sew a dress with with all of them. Hey, Nitty T, welcome to the Members Club. Thank you for joining us. Y'all, let's give some clappy hands and welcome to Nitty T, who just became a channel member. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. So yeah, I gotta attach this. I'm gonna attach this, and then we will do the next giveaway in case it's getting late for some of y'all on the East Coast, because what is it? Almost 9:30 for you all there. And then I'll be back on tomorrow, but a little bit later, 7:35 Central Time, 8:35 Eastern time because I'm going to try to sneak and eat with my husband tomorrow. And then he will go off into his little music room. And again, I'm sure enjoy watching some football instead of watching something with me. Yep. And I don't know how long I'm going to hang out tomorrow. I'm just going to hang out tomorrow until I get tired. Because I got to catch up on my dresses. Now, I did get a lot sewing. I think I made, already 7 items for myself in September. I got a lot of sewing done. But I ended up sewing a bunch of things that weren't a part of my Sewcation sewing plans because I sewed them before Sewcation. So we'll just see. I'm going to see how many of these like summery dresses I can get done. And then whatever I get done is done. And yeah, I'm going to start working on my fall capsules, some fall pieces. The first week in October because it's getting cool here. Our highs are around 70, upper 60s. Our lows are in the 50s. And so, yeah, I'm feeling that like fall. I'm feeling fall vibes now. And those dresses will be, I think I'm going to try to sprinkle in some summer stuff throughout the winter. I feel like I need to start sewing like, designers do their collections. I need to start sewing a season ahead. You know what I mean? Doesn't that make more sense? Why do we wait to sew fall clothes in fall? Like, yeah. I need to start changing that up. I need to sew a season ahead so that when fall starts, I can already be wearing my new fall clothes. So I think throughout the winter, I'm just going to sprinkle in some of the warm weather stuff that I want to have ready, like at the beginning of the season. Because, yeah, it's, if you're only sewing a couple of things, but since I'm still working on like turning my wardrobe into a handmade wardrobe, I'm still sewing like a lot of things. And so, yeah, because that's what happened with a lot of my fall stuff. And then I didn't feel like modeling it for the video because it's like, it's 99 degrees outside. I don't want to go outside with a turtleneck on that I made. Yeah. And that's why with my capsules, I don't have like a ton of basics because I made so many basics last year and I really do use them. That was a really nice wardrobe update that I did, I have to say. Like, I made a lot of useful items that I wear all the time. Especially for like now, I think that's why too, like I want to make blazers, but I have so many blazers, like ready to wear blazers that I just, I hardly wear those clothes anymore now. And so, but I do want some more fun blazers. I mean, a lot of those blazers are very corporate-y looking. Very like, they're solid. Then I want to do some fun colored ones. I don't have a lot of like bright fun blazers that you just throw on with jeans and stuff. So, but yeah, I'm loving the additions to my wardrobe. I was where was I when that lady said that to me? I can't remember what store I went to. And this lady complimented one of my blouses that I made, that bow blouse with the like pussy bow at the neck, that beautiful print. And, you know, usually I don't say anything. I just say thank you to people. But every once in a while I'll say, oh, thanks, I made it. And she's like, you made that? And I'm like, yeah, I made it. Then she calls one of her coworkers over, and she's like, she made this blouse. I'm like, yeah. So it's kind of fun to drop that sometimes. Like, I made this. Yes, thank you. You know, it's like that's the highest compliment when they don't think you made it because it doesn't look like what people think of as homemade. So yeah, I love the blouses that I added. I need more short sleeve and long sleeve woven tops, so I'm really excited to make the decisions about those vintage tops, because I did feel like, you know, there were like the same tops I was wearing over and over again, because I like the style and I like the coverage on the arm. So I need a few more of those. And I don't really need any more like knit tops. I made a lot of knit tops. I really don't need any more knit dresses. Made a lot of those. So yeah. What about you all? What do you think about that idea of like sewing a season ahead? What are your thoughts on that? I feel like we should do it. We need to sew. We need to make that a thing. I mean, when you think about it, it just makes a whole lot more sense. It makes a whole lot more sense. And I don't even know why. I don't know why I'm not doing it. For a long time, I just made whatever I wanted to make whenever I wanted to make it. I didn't do a lot of like planning. Really until I started hanging out on Instagram and then YouTube. And then, you know, I was like, oh, they're sharing their plans. Oh, they're sharing what they made this month. Because I just made whatever I wanted to make whenever I wanted to make it. Because I wasn't trying to build a handmade wardrobe at that time, right? It was like I had some fabric, I had a pattern that I wanted to sew, and then I would sew it. But now it's like, girl, when you gonna wear your cap? You gonna wear your winter capsule in April? Gotta get cracking. I gotta get cracking. Let me see what you guys are. Yeah, we're gonna start doing that, just like the ready to wear. I mean, I've already watched spring 2023 fashion shows on YouTube. And that's what really, it hit me again. I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta start thinking about spring. It's like I haven't sewn fall. And then literally the spring 2023 runway shows have happened, spring, summer. So yeah, I'm going to keep sewing my summer dresses throughout the winter. And then I'll have a jump start. Those will be like nice, especially when I'm working on these more challenging or more time consuming, I should say, vintage things, when I have to do the grading and stuff. Those will be nice little projects to sprinkle in. Those will be nice little projects to sprinkle in to give myself a break. As they say, a palate cleansing project. That's what I'm going to do. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just laughing here because something caught my eye. I got to figure out how to highlight these comments. Hi, Burgie Johnson. That's the first time I've seen you here, I think. Welcome. But Burgie Johnson says, I always wait until the season because I think I'm going to lose weight. The season come and I'm the same size. Listen, put a 1 in the chat if you do that. Put a 1 in the chat if you do that. You postpone your sewing because you're like, oh, I'm going to lose 10 pounds. Listen. I was like, girl, you better sew for that body you got. You might gain 10 pounds instead of losing 10 pounds. Oh my gosh. I cannot tell you how many times I have done that with a pattern. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to like do 30 days of sit-ups. And I print out that. You guys have seen on Pinterest those that workout sheet. It's like 30 days. 30 days to a flat stomach. And then on day 3, I'm like, where's my sheet? Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Bergie, that just took me all the way out. The season has come and gone. And Sheree had a donut. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Woo, that is so funny. Exactly, Vanessa. End up gaining 10 pounds instead of losing 10 pounds. Oh, and I have to tell you, I did tell myself, I said, Sheree, you got to stop with those elastic waist lounge pants. You got to stop. And I have to force myself to wear my pumps and my heels more. I put on some heels the other, and I'm like, oh my gosh, these are so uncomfortable. And I had to look. I'm like, but these are like my comfortable shoes. What? I think my foot got wide during the pandemic. I think my foot got wider because I've been running around in flats or these darn my Birkenstocks, you know, all the comfortable shoes. And so I have to start just like putting my heels on again. They're not super high heels. I mean, like 3-inch pumps, but I'm telling you, they felt so uncomfortable. And I'm like, these are my comfortable pumps. Yeah, the pandemic has not been right. It has not been right. The first year was good. You know, turned down a little bit. I think I was just less stressed because I wasn't running around all the time. I used to drive a lot. I used to be running around a lot. And I got a lot of rest. I got so much rest that first year. And then, yeah, the second year, my feet got wide. I'm not going to say what else got wide. My feet got wide. Oh, it's very sad. Very, very sad. But I got a lot of rest. I actually have established, I used to be the kind of person who I would save like my bubble baths and like my long herbal salt bath soaks. They were like special occasions. It was like a treat thing. It was like over the holidays. And I have to say that's been for me, like just from like from a lifestyle standpoint, that's been one of the best things that I've done for myself during the pandemic. I take a soaking bath at least 5 out of 7 days a week, y'all. It's so indulgent, and I don't even care. I have literally taken a bubble bath in the middle of the day. Like on days when I get up and I go in the garden early, and then it's like I'm done at 2. You know, especially when we were in the heat wave, I would have to go out early in the morning to do things, and I would be done early afternoon. My husband, he would see me. He's like, he see me coming in. I would take the hat off, take the shoes off, gloves off. He's like, bath time, you got it. I would do my bubble bath because after the garden, I like to come in, do a shower, you know, rinse everything off, and then I will soak in that tub. And that has been one of the best things that I have done. It calms me. I don't know. It's like it's my time, and I make sure I get my time. And I love it. I love it so much. And I sit there like, why were you saving bubble baths for special occasions? Like when we were kids, we took a bath every night. It was great. Yeah. So that's like my thing. And then I always do my own manicures and pedicures. I've always done that. I've never been a nail salon person. First of all, as a chemist, like I always had to use acetone in the labs, and I don't like the smell, and I know it's toxic. And so I never like going to nail salons. And then since I was always busy with my hands, since I used to work with acetone and stuff like that, it was like it didn't make sense to get my nails done because the nail polish was usually coming off the next day anyway. So I like to do it myself because then I can, you know, if I want to change my nail polish every day, I can. Yeah. But my baths are like, oh my goodness. I love it so much. So relaxing. In fact, after I finish sewing, that's that's what I'm doing. All bubble bath. I love it. And I love all the aromas. I make up a bunch of different essential oil blends with my bath salts. And then if I buy it, I buy the German brand Kneipp. So indulgent. So good. So good. All right, y'all. I'm almost finished this one, and then we're going to do the last giveaway for the night. So if you all need to get, I'm going to tell you right now the time. My time right now when I'm talking is 8:43 Central Time, 9:43 Eastern Time. So if you're hearing this and you look at your clock and the time doesn't match, you are delayed, okay? And so you want to hit that live button, bring yourself live so you're up to date with the chat. And that way you won't miss the giveaway that's coming up. Vanessa Nice said elastic waist is my BFF. Oh my gosh, I was like, nah, I'm like a slack person. I mean, I wore slacks as a teenager, but I've totally gotten into. I didn't even used to own leggings. Like I was never, even like in the house, I didn't do leggings. You know, I worked out in leggings, but I would never just like put leggings on and then a shirt. I bought a 12-pack of black leggings on Amazon. They're wonderful for the garden, but I have to admit, like, I've thrown on one of these little, this is that free little jacket pattern from Mood Fabrics. What is it called? Gosh. I have a sew along for it on my YouTube channel. I can't remember the name now. But I've made like 6 of these things. And they're great to throw on over leggings because they cover your rear end. And so I'll run to the post office like that. I ran out the other day though. I had to run to the outlet malls. And it's like a 30-minute drive from my house. I had to get some last minute things for my son to take to school. And I've been in the house. But I wanted to run and check on the garden before I left. So I put my garden shoes on, which are yellow with chickens. It has chickens all over. And I forgot to take them off before I went to the outlet. So I drove all the way to the outlet, and then I got out the car and I looked down at my feet and I was like, oh, you have your chicken shoes on. I have my chicken shoes on and my chicken clogs on. Oh my God. Y'all, I had black slacks on. I had this cute shirt on. I was supposed to run back inside and throw my little black leather pumps on, and I forgot. And I went into the stores with plastic chicken print garden shoes on. I came home, I was like, I told my husband, I said, look at my feet. He fell out. I said, that's what I get. I mean, I could have just gone to the store and checked on the garden. Look at how cute that turned out. Oh, this is cute. So see, it's gathered now at the front. I put the binding on, and then it's going to tie in the back. It has a little opening, and then it's going to tie in the back. So yeah, I just decided to do fabric ties because, sometimes that grosgrain ribbon starts to unravel on the end, and look at that. That's cute. Yeah, I'm glad I did that. So I got to hem that. But I love my little chicken clogs, but I was mortified. And I could see the people looking at my feet. I could see because I wasn't like dressed up, but it was like clearly it didn't go together. And as I'm walking and I'm like trying to quick walk, I could see people looking at my feet. Chicken shoes on. Gosh. But see, pre-pandemic Sheree would have kept an extra pair of shoes in her car. I'm slacking. Like pre-pandemic Sheree always had a pair of black flats in the car, just in case. Now, post-pandemic Sheree runs around out in public with chicken shoes on. Yellow and red and black chicken shoes. Whew. What an adventure. All right, guys, we're going to do our next giveaway. Y'all ready? Let me see here. Hey, Miss Brenda. Catherine Gutierrez is in the house. I got your email. Hi, Miss Felicia. Sylvia Smith. Who else has joined us? Y'all, the chicken shoes. Oh, my gosh. I'm going to have to put a picture of them up. And honestly, I've been wearing those things in the ground for the last 2 days. They're borderline raggedy looking. Like, I need to order another pair. I was so embarrassed. But have I missed anyone? Yolanda Barnes is in the house. I think I said, hey, Renee. Hey, good to see you. You made it. Renee Slarv is in the house. I'm going to just do a quick scroll down to just greet anyone. A Stitch of Composure. What a great name. Hi, nice to meet you. A Stitch of Composure. Patricia Slocum Baden? I hope I said that right. You bet I look cute. Oh my gosh. They were like, what dork is that running around with chicken shoes? Chicken clogs. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. Those are the best gardening shoes though. Yeah, Teresa Scott, those leggings. I had gotten a couple pair that were more like athletic ones. Actually, I sent my husband. He was at Target and I'm like, can you go to the ladies department and just like get me some black exercise pants? Because I was finding that in the garden, like I didn't want to have loose pants on because I didn't like the thought that like something might crawl up my pant leg. So that's when it started. I'm like, I need something that's like tight around my ankle, but I didn't want to wear like my good exercise clothes. Not they could have been worn because they weren't getting used as much as they needed to be anyway. But he grabbed me these and I'm like, oh my gosh, these are so comfortable. Ooh. And so I went on Amazon and I bought a 12 pack, and those things are in constant rotation. Constant rotation. Oh my gosh. They even have them, they have like a little pocket. They have a little pocket at the waistband, so if you need to slip something in there, they're so good. Anne Marie says she has checked into a resort and bathed at least 2 times a day. Yeah. It's something about water for me. I realize it's like water, and then I do this thing. I have this blanket. It's a oh my gosh, I'm getting so tired and I'm like forgetting my words. It's it's like a thermal blanket. Is it? It's not IR. I forget the name, but it's like a big heating blanket. And you get inside of it and it's like you sweat. Like it like helps to get toxins and stuff out of your system supposedly. But I did that religiously throughout the pandemic time during lockdown because I'm like, it's supposed to like help you regenerate cells and help you just stay healthy. And so that, and then a bath, I would fall asleep. I mean, it's so relaxing. Oh my gosh. Vanessa Jones, did I get your email? Yes, I got your email and I sent you your gift certificate already. I sent you your $25 gift certificate, Vanessa. So check your email. It should be there. I replied to the email that you sent and I put your gift certificate link in there, okay? So double check it. Let me know if you got it. All right. I think I'm caught up. The chicken shoes are cute. I got those on Amazon too. They're really cute. I got the boots first, but the boots are like, they're like half calf. And I don't know. They kind of like, they're wide. So like as I walk, it's like it moves and it hits. It's a little uncomfortable. I mean, it's not uncomfortable. Like they would be good rain boots, but for like, when you're doing all the stuff in the garden, I would always like feel them hitting the back of my leg. And yeah, I saw that they had the clogs and I was like, oh, these are so good. I really do need to order another pair because that'll be also something like when it's time to toss these, I'll want exactly those and then they'll be gone. So I need to get another pair of those. I gotta see what this blanket is called because it's bothering me now. I'm like, yeah, it's an infrared sauna blanket. Oh my gosh. Listen, if I feel like any kind of like cold or anything coming on, a little like over allergy reaction in the garden, I will get in that thing. And I sometimes when it's cold, like when we had those minus 25 degrees days, not that our house is that cold, but it's like your house is like, it still feels cold even though the heat's running when it's that cold outside. And it's, yeah, I would get into that thing. I had to get separate ones. First we had one and like we will all use it. But then I was like, my son and my husband, when they would sweat so much, I'm like, ooh, now I need my own. I mean, you wipe it all out, but now I have my own. I can't get in there after anyone else sweats in it. Because you do sweat. You sweat. You got to make sure you drink a lot of water. Make sure you get your electrolytes in after because you do sweat. But it's so, that and then a bath. And then I sleep like an infant. So good. All right, so let me get this, the infrared. Yeah, they're good. They're so therapeutic. Where do you live that it gets that cold? Teresa Scott says, I live outside of Minneapolis. I live in Minnesota. And at least this is going to be my third winter here. Our first 2 winters here, we got, I think the first year, our lowest was like minus 25. Last year it was colder. And my husband and son, I shared it on my community tab. They went to the Winter Classic in January. My best friend works for the NHL and she got them tickets. And it was like, I don't know, minus 20. It was so cold. And they went. And my husband sent me a picture of my son where he had ice crystals on his eyelashes because he was so bundled up. My son cross-country skis in minus 15 degrees. He was on the ski team, and it had to get below minus 15 for them to cancel meets, and he would be out there. But, they had so much gear on, so he was warm. But from his breath, the warm breath would condense on his eyelashes. And I have a picture of him with the front of his curly hair is frozen. It's like all iced in his eyelashes. And I texted my husband back. I'm like, bring my child home. It's like, get him out of the cold. But yeah, it gets really cold here. But then, in June it was 100. Like, we get a really big temperature range here. And I have to say, most of the time in the winter when it's cold, it's sunny. Unlike where I lived in Michigan, it would be cold. We didn't get that cold. But it would be cold and like gray and yucky. So the sunshine does a lot for me. I actually don't mind it. It's actually usually very beautiful and sunny here, even in the winter. Exactly, pond hockey. And see, my husband is a big hockey player. He loves to go out and play hockey and cross-country ski. So you have to find some winter sport. My winter sport is baking indoors and sewing. Eating donuts. Waiting for them to come home. Oh, all right, guys. See, when I get tired, I get really silly. So let's, when do I put the garden to rest? When it snows. When the garden dies, then I don't garden in cold weather. I have no interest in going outside. I could set up cold frames and all that, but no. If it's too cold for my plants to survive, it's too cold for me to be out there doing things. That's my philosophy. So I garden indoors in the winter. Miss Brenda, I'm glad you got your package. I don't like it either, and I've been here. Yeah, Michigan winters are, at least in mid-Michigan, where I used to live. Miss Brenda lives pretty close to where I used to live. The winters are not good. I used to get like borderline seasonal depression there. It's just like, it's like too cold and wet to go outside. And it's like gray in the house. I didn't like it. All right. Let me get through these 2 last giveaways. You guys ready? Who's ready? Born and raised in California, I couldn't survive the cold. When I was in graduate school, I was at MIT and I had a really good friend who was at Harvard at the same time. And she almost didn't make it. She almost left. She couldn't take it at all. The lack of sun and the cold weather combined, she would be so depressed. Coming from California, yeah, that's a hard transition. Willow Watson said, hi, Sheree. You made a dress with a large size animal print with orange. I've been looking for it. Can you tell me where to find it? Your Etsy store. A large scale animal print with orange. It doesn't have the blue. It has the blue and like a little bit of orange outlining the black. Is that what you're talking about? Yes, Debbie. I used to live in well, the town was called Boston Lake, just south of Saratoga Springs, and it was the same there. It was the same there. It was tough. Now there we would go skiing in the Adirondacks, and so at least you could like do something really fun outside. When we were there in Michigan, there was not really an outdoor sport to do. So it was tough. Yeah, you know that fabric is from Joann Fabrics. It's actually from Joann Fabrics. It comes in a burnt orange and then in that kind of tealy blue that I have. But it's from Joann's. And I know for a long time it was also on their website. I think I put that up on I when I revealed that dress, I put the link to the fabric in the description box of that video. I'm pretty sure. But it's from Joann's. I'll try to remember to pull that up and put it on the community tab if it's still available. I've still seen it in my local store. It comes in that teal color background and then it comes with like a burnt orange background also. Vanessa Knight says Cleveland to Phoenix. Love the sun and heat. Man, Phoenix. We do an annual vacation in Sedona every year, and so we fly into Phoenix. That's the hottest place I've ever been. And I lived in Texas for a couple years. It is so hot there. I remember we sometimes we'll do an overnight in Phoenix because we'll have an early flight in the morning. So we'll just stay overnight in Phoenix. And we were out like, it was probably like 10 o'clock at night and it was still like over 100 degrees. It was so hot. Great food. I like Arizona. I was feeling like that was a state I wanted to retire in, but now, y'all are getting those wildfires and that scares me. So I might stay in Minnesota. I don't know. All right, giveaway time. I told you guys about this book, I think in the first video where I talked about the giveaways. Has anyone in here ever done fabric painting before? I have. It's a lot of fun. Has anyone ever done fabric painting or fabric dyeing? That's what this book is all about. It's so fun. It has in here, I've never done this before, where you do, like you can put salt. Well, no, that's not true, because I did that as a science project with kids in school before. But you take the paint and then you drop the salt down and it creates its own pattern. So it has those techniques in there for you to do. I might even have marbling in here. I can't remember, but it has all different kinds of fabric painting, and it's for clothing and for quilts. So like this is a whole quilt that she makes, and this one is in the book where you paint all your different fabrics and then you piece them together. So this is going to be the first one. Yes, small designs on t-shirts. I really like it. I like fabric dyeing, but I like the technique in here with the fabric painting because it's not that like sticky painting. It's more like, let me get this right. So see like how to do a Hawaiian quilt. So it's basically how to make your own custom colors with fabric paint. So with her, she's like diluting it a lot. So it's not the kind of paint where it like sticks on top of the fabric. It's more dyeing your fabric with paint. That's how I would describe her techniques. And so, yeah, it's really kind of fun. Look at me. I'm looking at the book like I haven't looked at it before. So this is the first the first of the last drawings. So this is great for anyone that you just want to try something new. So it says here 11 different fabric painting techniques that anyone can learn with ease. 3 lush quilting projects designed by Cindy Walter. And then of course, like each of the lessons for painting, you can turn whatever you make into a project, right? So from color washes to painted quilts. So let me get my phone up. Let me get the app open. Y'all. And then if you want to enter to win this book, enter the word paint. Hey, Mountain Grandma. I don't know if you've been in here for a while. If we did, I'm sorry I missed you. Nice to see you. Annette, did I say hi to you? Annette Williams 375? I can't remember. Hello, hello. And so enter the word paint. And I think this is fun, even for like, you know, if you just want a dress that's a solid color, but you want to like add your own little painted design. Those of us that are gardeners, we certainly have a lot of inspiration with flowers and stuff in our gardens to draw from there. And you can even do little, you know, smaller projects like tea towels and aprons and napkins, right? And then do like a little custom painting project on it. I like it because I like that you can like custom create your color. You know how sometimes you need that like that one shade of pink, that one shade of green. You can create that shade yourself. So, okay, enter the word paint. I see 28 entries. I'm going to hit the button. Let's see who wins this. Bergie Johnson! Congratulations! You are, oops, sorry y'all. You are the winner! Congratulations! Congratulations! You painted on t-shirts before. All right, let me screenshot that. Bergie got the book. Who got this? Well, you're going to email me. Who got the charm pack? Did I screenshot that? Uh-oh. All right, whoever got the charm pack, remember to email me also. I forgot to do a screenshot on that one. That was Shirley. Shirley won the charm pack. That's right. All right. So, yes, let's all congratulate Bergie while I get the last. I'm going to get the last thing. All right, y'all. So I pulled a couple more patterns that I feel like, you know, Sheree, you're not going to use that pattern. And I figure since we are getting to that time of year, their birthdays like mine, you know, we're getting into that part of year for birthday gifts, for all the holidays, for visiting people, right? Instead of us buying our little gift bags, it's a great time to make some totes, use those as your gift bags. And then some of us might be traveling to visit our people. And so this other pattern, you can make yourself a little travel bag, okay? These are two patterns. I really like them, but I have between the Amy Butler book and a couple other bag books and other bag patterns that I still haven't sewn. It's like Sheree, you're gonna have to live to be 200 to like sew all these patterns. So I'm gonna share those with you guys. You ready to see them? You ready to see them? All right. Do we have a troll in here? Hang on. No. Okay. So y'all ready? I think y'all gonna like these. And just, you know, look past the fabric if those aren't your colors. This one, this is like, but again, I have a pattern that has something similar to it. So I'm going to let this go. I'm going to let this go right now before I change my mind. So this is the first bag. And this is that one. I'm thinking like, you know, a car bag for travel. Isn't that cute? What are you guys saying yes to? Are you guys saying yes to the fact that we have a troll in here? Or are you saying yes to the patterns? Oh, you're ready. Okay. Listen. Sheree needs to go take her bubble bath and go to sleep. Okay, let's get back to this, guys. But look how cute that is. I think View B in the right fabric would just be so cute for your little travel bag. I mean, it's a great carry-on bag. This is really easy to make. And then this top one, that's very, doesn't that remind you of Vera Bradley? That's like totally a Vera Bradley bag. You see that? I am. I'm tired. I've been up. I got up really early this morning and then had that call like right in the morning and then just been running. So I have to admit I'm actually tired tonight and I'm already looking forward to my bubble bath. So that's cute. And then this one is a little bit more modern, you know. But look at how cute that is. And again, I mean, I personally don't love their fabric choices sometimes. Y'all know I like flowers, but the black and white is not my thing. But if you look at the line drawings, like look at how cute that is. So it's like a couple different totes, but then it also has those little zipper pouches. Sheree, get your angle right. Can y'all see that? The pouches with the little pom-pom tassel. And I think especially this one, I mean, you could fit a quilt. You could fit a blanket. These would be great gift bags. Instead of buying gift bags, they would be great gift bags. Fill them with treats, whatever you want. PJs, if you're making PJs for people. But I mean, look at how cute the little pouch is. I mean, you could make everybody a little pouch. You could put their names or their initials on the front. I think that would be really cute. So I'm going to put these two together for one person. Should I put them together or should I separate them? What should I do? I'm going to put them together so I only have to mail for one person. Both are good. Yeah, I'm going to put them together. Because they're different enough. I feel like actually they're all different. Like, it's not that they're the same. Okay? So, exactly, a spend the night bag, Ava. Who are you spending the night with? But even for like, you know, a teenager or like, you know, kids going to stay with grandma, that would be cute. I have some more patterns I'm going to do tomorrow, Vanessa. So I'm going to go ahead and put these together. It's easier for me to mail to fewer people. I already got 3 people here tonight. So we're going to use, let me see what word we're going to use. And whoever wins this, if you make bags, you're going to have to send us pictures or come up one day during the live so that we can see what you make with these patterns. Okay? I know, Eva, I'm teasing you. teasing you. But this is exactly the kind of bag my daughter would have taken to sleepovers as a teenager. Like, they're perfect. They're perfect. Perfect weekend bag for in the car. So if you want to win these two patterns, type in the word gift, GIFT. Okay? Type in the word GIFT if you would like to win these. This one, this is always something. I'm like, oh, Sheree, but it's like, Sheree, you know. I mean, the Amy Butler book alone has 26 bags in it. But I do like that a lot. And this one is quilted. It has quilting on it. It's very Vera Bradley. It's very Vera Bradley. I really like the shape of that, though. I like the shape of B a lot. All right, type in the word gift if you want to enter. Type in the word gift. Okay, I see 32 entries. I'm going to hit draw. And let's see who's going to be making all the bags this winter. Who is going to win this? Oh, Sheree. These V-neck t-shirts. Yolanda Barnes! Congratulations! Congratulations, Yolanda! Oh, that is awesome. Let's congratulate Yolanda, guys. Yay! So let me type in my email one more time. Remember, I think we had, oh my gosh, I just forgot her name again. Shirley. Shirley won the charm pack, I'm pretty sure. And then who just won the book? We had, who won the book? Virgie won the book. And then Yolanda won the patterns. Okay. So let me type in my email one more time. And then is anyone coming up tonight? I can drop the link and y'all can come up and talk while I iron my hem. Anyone coming up tonight to show what they're working on? Or to show what they plan to work on? Or to show your dresses before you mail them? Or are we all tired on this Thursday night and ready to go? Let me know. Thanks for coming, Yvonne. I hope I'll see you tomorrow. Yes, it's late. It's 10:20 on the East Coast. 9:20 here, Central Time. You West Coasters, it's early for y'all, but it's getting late for us. Hey, 85th and Wade, how are you? Thanks for coming in. I don't see anybody ready to come up. So I'm going to go. Yeah, Teresa, see, it's bubble bath time. It's bubble bath time. Kathy says she knit 2 feet of scarves. I feel like I want. That is awesome. See, it's always nice. You have a good time and you can still be productive, right? All right, guys. We're going to wrap this up. Winners, email me. Thanks for hanging out with me while I sewed a little bit. At least I know now that my sewing machine is not too loud. I still got to get my earbud situation worked out so I can hear people when they come up. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow night. I'm going to be starting at 7:35 tomorrow night. I don't know why it's 7:35 instead of 7:30. Give myself an extra 5-minute cushion because I'm going to have dinner with my husband first, and then I'll come down and hang out with you guys. So if you have something you want to share tomorrow, be ready. I'll try to drop the link because then I can have some people up chatting while I'm doing a little bit more of my just sewing, okay? All right, guys, thanks for joining me. I'll see you guys soon. I'll see you tomorrow. If you're taking a bath, enjoy your bath. Good night.